Hello everyone, Miss Kenny here. Today's virtual lesson is going to be about abstract art. But what is it? I've got a couple examples that will show you what abstract art can be and what it can be composed of. Most of the time, abstract art is all about experimentation and creativity. It is all about the artist expressing their thoughts and their feelings. It'll usually look like non-lifelike pictures of real-world objects, people, and scenes that are usually pretty difficult for other people to recognize. Abstract art uses colors, shapes, and lines to express the feelings and thoughts of the artist. Sometimes we don't even know what the actual meaning of the picture is. The artist just created it so we can inform it ourselves. So for today, we are going to try making abstract art ourselves. I'm going to give you a set of instructions that everybody can follow, but we might end up with something that looks very different. Okay, so in just 7 easy steps, we are going to be able to create our own piece of abstract art. If your brothers or sisters or anybody in the house wants to make something with you, I would highly encourage it because it would be kind of fun to see the finished product and see if there was any similarities or differences between what you did. So the only thing that you need to start off with is just a piece of paper, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, something to write on the paper with. Excuse me. So I have a yellow piece of paper that I'm going to be using. You can use a colored pencil. You can use literally whatever you want. I'm going to go in with a black marker. So the first step that we are going to do is you want to draw 4 straight lines from one edge of your paper to another. So it would be edge to edge, edge to edge, or you could do edge to edge. Does not matter, any of them. So once again, just 4 straight lines from one edge of your paper to another. You want all of the lines to start on the same edge and end on the same edge, just so that way that it can kind of flow a little bit better with the overall composition or the overall picture, how we have everything set up. So that is the first step. Here are the 4 lines that I have so far. They aren't the straightest, and that's okay. When I'm saying, like, I don't want them to be wiggly or anything like that. As straight as you can get it. Now, the second step, step 2, is you want to draw 2 more straight lines from one edge of your paper to another. Same thing. However, you want to make the lines cross over the lines that you already have. So if this was what you had, you don't want to make it go down again. You want them to cross. You want them to make some X's. So I'm going to do just 2 straight lines down here. Bam. Now we have this. Interesting. Okay, what's next? Step 3, draw 5 circles, any size, anywhere on your paper. There's 1 circle, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Any size, anywhere. They can be on the lines. As you can see, I have some on the lines. They can be just in a space. Doesn't matter. Also, don't have to be perfect circles. This is all abstract art. It's all up to you. It does not matter how it looks in the end game because it's actually just really fun to process and to create this. So you are going to draw 2 wavy, curvy, squiggly. You can do a loop-de-loop line. I don't care. Just 2 curvy lines that start on an edge of the paper and then they end somewhere in the middle of the page. You don't want them to go fully across the page. Just end them somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to have one that kind of is like really crazy. And I want it to end in a spiral. Then I'm going to have my other one come over on this end. And I want a loop-de-loop. There we go. So this is what I have so far. Looks pretty interesting, honestly. Then you want to fill in 3 out of your 5 circles with a design of some sort, with a picture design of some sort. You could do a flower, stars, hearts, words, you know, if you want to do like bubble letters. You could do a car, you could do a fish, a house, a shell, I don't care. Literally anything, just some sort of picture. So on mine, I'm going to go ahead and do a star. This is a really lopsided star, which is kind of fun to do abstract art because, like I said, there really isn't a right way to do it or a wrong way. And even if you might make a mistake, I wouldn't want you to start over. I would want you to see it through and see what you can do with that mistake. See if you can make it something different, see if you can make it something cool, or see if it wasn't even a mistake to begin with and it actually just helps your picture. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna make this one right here, I'm gonna make it a flower. So I'm doing two. Interesting. Now, the sixth step is going to be to fill in 4 shapes that have been created with line. So when I say that, I mean, see how this circle right here is one full shape, but there are also 4 different sections. You would only fill in one of these sections if that's one of the shapes that you wanted. Or it would just be this area or this area. Do you see how that's broken off into this area? Do you see how that's broken off into the different shapes? So now, what you are going to want to do, pick the shapes that you want to fill in, and you want to color them in with line. And that means that you are not going to just sketch it in and blank it out. You are going to, see if I can pick a smaller, I'll do it with this circle one right here. I'm going to fill it in with straight lines. So I am just going to draw lines throughout this whole shape that are straight, all going in the same direction. And this adds to that abstract feel. Because before it just kind of looked like a line drawing with no really purpose or sense or really anything. See how I did that? See how that's filled in with line? An idea that you can do if you have access is on a phone or laptop or computer, anything that can be connected to the internet, is just Google Zentangle Designs. Zentangle Designs. And that will help you get some inspiration for some of these line drawings that we should do in the big shapes. So now you are going to go through and you're just going to fill in those different areas with the different types of lines that you want to do, however it is that you want them to be. And then step 7, told you these steps were easy, they're fast, they go by so fast. Step 7 is to sign your work. You can sign it wherever you want. I just want you guys to sign it because this is a really interesting piece of artwork that you have created, and you went into it thinking that you were going to create a piece of artwork. So I think that that is also very helpful. You should always sign the work that you're proud of. Now, I also have a finished, this is one that I did before. I added some color to this one so that you could kind of see what it could look like, what the different things that you could do. I have a lot of different gradients in it, a lot of blending, but when you add the color to it, it just looks so much more interesting and it adds a lot to it. So I would highly recommend, if you can, after you're done following these steps that gets you the placement of everything, to go through, add some more of these really interesting Zentangle designs. You really go in with the color. You could make it like half and half like I did. You could do anything that you want. The fun part is that I followed the exact same instructions for both of these, and they look very different. So this is something that you can do over and over again. This is something that you could do in a big group, but maybe not showing each other until you're absolutely finished, and then comparing and contrasting what it was that you did differently. I hope you guys enjoyed this.